Starting the prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimiranjasya Jnananjanashalakye Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadamayam Dadati Sopadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jayadam Suradav Pangor Mamamanda Matergati Matsarvasya Padambojau Radha Madana Mohanau दिव्यत्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नाकारो श्रीमद्राधाष्टीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेस्ते लिपि सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भि वंशीवटतटस्थित कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथ श्रियास्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकासे स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाशादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे भूताैर्महद्वीर्य इमां पुरो विभो निर्माय चेते यतमूष पुरुषः भुङ्क्ते गुणान् षोडश षोडशात्मक स्वालङ्कृशिष्ट भगवान् वचांसि मे वृन्दवानी वृन्दा विश्वपूजिता पुष्पसारा नन्दिनी कृष्णजीवं विश्वपावनी तुलसी नमो नमः वृन्दवानी वृन्दा विश्वपूजिता पुष्पसारा नन्दिनी कृष्णजीवं विश्वपावनी तुलसी नमो नमः वृन्दवानी वृन्दा विश्वपूजिता पुष्पसारा नंदिनी कृष्ण जीवम विश्व पावनी तुलसी नमो नमः वृंददेवी तुलसी महारानी की जय. So welcome to this Saturday class. Today's our topic is the story of Tulasi Maharani. So I prepared for this class, and the story itself, I don't know, it is very big. If possible, I will complete today. If not, we'll continue next week. And if possible, we'll complete the story today. Then next week we will go for the glories of Tulasi Maharani, because that itself is also a big topic. So that we will keep it for the next week. We'll start with the story of Tulasi Maharani. So one time there are in the spiritual world always conversations going on. So once Narad Muni came to Lord Narayana and he was requesting Lord Narayana to narrate the story of Tulasi Maharani. So now the Lord Narayana is narrating Tulasi Maharani's story to Narad Muni. So shall we wait for some more time? Because, I think many are joining now only. If I narrate, then some may miss the story. So I'll wait for 5 more minutes. If anyone can sing Tulasi Aarti, if somebody is very nicely singing, you can wait until, because now only devotees are joining. We'll wait for 5 more minutes. So anyone would like to sing Tulasi Kirtan? Opportunity to glorify Tulasi Maharani.
Shall I try, Mataji?
Yes, 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 yes. You're welcome.
Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo राधा कृष्ण सेवा प्रभो ये अभिलाषी नामो नमो तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नामो नमो जतो मार शरण लाय तारा वांच पूर्ण হয় कृपा करि करो तारे बृंदावनवासी मोराये अभिलाष बिलास कुंजड़ी आवास नयने हरि गो सदा जुगल रूप रासी नामो नामो तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नामो नामो এই নিবেদন ধরো সাকিরানুগতা করো সেবাদি করো ডিয়ে করো নিজ দাসী দীনা কৃষ্ণ দাসে কই না মোরা হই श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा जनबासी श्री राधा गोविंद प्रेमे सदा जनबासी नामो नामो तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नामो नामो यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्माहत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रदक्षन्ते प्रदक्षिणपादे पदे यानि कानि च पापानि ब्रह्माहत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्रदक्षन्ते प्रदक्षिणपदे पदे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय वृंदे देवी जय तुलसी महारानी वृंदे देवी जय तुलसी महारानी वृंद्याय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः वृंद्याय तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वृन्द्याय तुलसीदेव्याय प्रियायै केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः। वृंदे देवी की जय, तुलसी महारानी की
Yeah.
जय।
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much. So that we were waiting for others to join. So now I will start. I wanted to start a little bit earlier, but we were waiting for the devotees to join. So Mataji sang very nicely Tulasi Maharani Kirtan. So now, in the universe, many times, great exalted devotees, they converse with each other regarding the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So now, one time, Narad Muni, he requested Lord Narayana to narrate the pastime of Tulsi Maharani. So now, here, how Tulsi Maharani appeared here, that he is starting. So, we all know that in the universe, we have Manu, who is the ruler of this material world. So, Manu Daksha Savarni is a partial incarnation of Lord Vishnu. This son, all these Manus are devotees of Lord Vishnu. Okay. So he is describing the descendants. So now this Manu Daksha Suvarni got the son Dharma Savarni. And then Dharma Savarni, next Manu was Vishnu Savarni. And Vishnu Savarni's son was Raja Savarni. And when Raja Savarni gave birth to a son called Vrishadwaja, Vrishadwaja. This Vrishadwaja was exceptionally not a devotee of Vishnu, but he became a devotee of Lord Shiva. But becoming a devotee of Lord Shiva is not bad, but he was neglecting, he stopped worshipping Lord Vishnu and all other demigods, and he was a little bit arrogant and rude. So the demigods couldn't tolerate, but they have to tolerate because they were afraid of Lord Shiva. So they were tolerating, but one point Lord Surya couldn't tolerate. So this Surya cursed them. He cursed, I forgot the curse. So when he cursed Vrishadwaja, Lord Shiva got very angry. Then Lord Shiva chased the Surya. And he with Tridanda. So Tridanda is very powerful. So Lord Surya Narayana went to Brahmalok to seek the help of Lord Brahma. And then Lord Brahma said, I cannot help, we will go to Vaikunta. So they went to Vaikunta. In Vaikunta, they met Lord Vishnu. And following, it's a big description. And this Tulsi Maharani story is very, very big Puran. So I'm giving you just outline. I cannot go deep into this story because whatever, how much we need, how much our memory can capture, we'll go to that only. So I'm not going in deep into the description how the Vaikunta planet is, how Lord Shiva appeared, how Lord Brahma looked like. All these descriptions are there. So, but I'm taking you a quick journey into this very beautiful pastime. So now, Lord Brahma and demigods with Surya are there in Vaikunta. Chasing Surya, Lord Shiva is came to Vaikunta also. Then Lord Narayana, Lord Vishnu, welcomed Lord Shiva and pacified him. When he pacified Lord Shiva, then Lord Shiva was, okay, fine. So now Lord Vishnu says everything is okay now. Lord Shiva will not kill Surya. Now you go back. But he's also mentioned something that, half an hour spent in Vaikuntha is 21 celestial yugas in Swargaloka and other planets. So now when you go back, maybe Vrishadwaja may not be there because he became very poor because of the curse of Surya. Now, so Lord says that he may not be there. He might have passed away now. For whom you came, he is telling Lord Shiva. Okay, then Lord Shiva got pacified and went back. When they went back, they saw that Vrishadwaja's son Hamsadwaja passed away, and he had two sons. One is Dharmadwaja and Kushadwaja. Maybe difficult to remember the names. I don't know. Anyway, this Dharmadwaja is our hero, means our important person. Dharmadwaja, he shipped goddess Lakshmi. Because of the curse of Surya, these descendants became very poor. So now they started worshipping Lakshmi, Narayana, all this. So now Dharmadwaja started worshipping. He became a devotee of Lord Vishnu and he was worshipping Lord Vishnu. So everything became in line and then they regained. And he got married to a chaste lady by name Madhavi. So when he started worshipping Lord Vishnu, his wife got pregnant for 100 celestial years. So the child is a female child. She was born in the full moon day of in the Kartik month. So one who takes birth in the full moon day, Purnima day, very auspicious. So Tulasi, when the girl baby appeared, the description was so nice, like how beautiful the child was, so beautiful. Very beautiful eyes, rosy lips, very nice body structure, very beautiful child. So the sages named her as Tulasi. So when she grew up, she said, I want to do tapasya in Himalayas. The parents were very much worried, but still she insisted, you do not worry. I'm not an ordinary child, so I will go and worship Lord Vishnu until she says, here sometimes it is mentioned as Krishna. Tulasi wanted to marry Krishna. So she was meditating on Lord for 100,000 celestial years in Badrikashrama. But Lord Vishnu didn't come. Lord Brahma appeared before her. And Lord Brahma had a big conversation with Tulasi. And he said, you know, Tulasi, I wanted to remind you, who are you? You are not an ordinary person. You belong to Goloka Vrindavana. So in Goloka Vrindavana, you were a gopi called Vraja. So this story is repeated many times in this pastime, but now I will give the give here itself. So Lord Brahma is reminding that Tulasi is Vraja in Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan, one of the gopis, expansion of Radharani only. But if some pastimes are difficult or maybe mysterious to understand, but you understand without any impurities in the heart. We accept the Leelas. So here, Radharani, once after Rasa Leela, Lord Krishna was closely associating with Vraja. And Radharani was searching for Krishna, but he could find that he was with Vraja and they both were enjoying. So Radharani cursed Vraja to take birth in the material world. Then Then it happened that Vraja, Tulasi Maharani, Tulasi has to come to material world. There is another curse which Radharani made to on cowherd boy in the same pastime. Now, when Radharani saw Krishna and Vraja together to cheat Radharani, Vraja became a river, Vraja river. And then Krishna disappeared from there. Again, when Radharani met Krishna, Krishna was with his cowherd boyfriends, Sudama. So Radharani got upset with Krishna and she was rebuking Krishna, scolding Krishna. But Krishna tolerated. Okay, this is love, so he tolerated. But Sudama couldn't tolerate this. He rebuked Radharani, scolded Radharani back. But how you can chastise Krishna? So he couldn't tolerate that Krishna being chastised by Radharani. So when he spoke harshly to Radharani, then Radharani cursed Sudama to take birth as a demon in the material world. So then he accepted. He accepted the curse of Radharani. He bowed down and started gliding down to material world. When he started going, then Radharani is an ocean of mercy, and she was thinking of what I have done. Oh, I made a mistake. Now he is going to material world. She was crying and requesting Krishna to stop him. But Krishna said he will come back in just a minute. But in just a minute in spiritual world is like many yugas, or maybe in earthly calculation it is 4,32,000 years. But Krishna said, you don't worry. This Sudama had a desire to marry Vraja. So that desire will be fulfilled for him. So let him go. He will come back soon. Don't worry. So now Sudama, Sridama, he went to material world. Okay, and that story we will again whose son he is, we will see. Now he became a demon and by name Sankushuda. Now Brahma is saying that you are Praja, and by the curse of Radharani you came here. Now you will get married to this demon Sankushuda. Then Tulsi Maharani was a bit upset because she did tapasya for 100,000 celestial years to get Vishnu, Krishna as her husband. Then Lord Brahma assures us, ultimately she is going to get married to Lord Vishnu, so don't worry. Then she is accepting the orders of Lord Brahma and going ahead with her life. And she's told that I'm very scared of Srimati Radharani. Then he told her to do again at the austerity by giving her a Radha mantra. That mantra is not mentioned. So he gave Srimati Radharani mantra, which is 16-letter mantra. So Tulasi meditated on Radharani's mantra for 12 years to attain success. So now Tulasi Maharani, Tulasi is in Badrikashrama waiting for Sankushuda to get married. So here this story. And now let us see how Sankushuda took his birth in the material world. We all know Kashyap, who is the father of demons also, demigods also. So once Daksha, who is also a Prajapati means progenitors. increase the population in the material world. So now Kashyap was Kashyap got married to 13 daughters of Prajapati Daksha. In those daughters, one daughter by name Danu was very nice and very chaste, very beautiful lady. So with Danu and by union of Kashyap and Danu, they got a son by name Viprachiti. And Viprachiti got a son by name Damba. Damba, though he is a demon, all this are in the demonic line. Damba is a devotee of Lord Vishnu. He did a big austerity at the banks of Pushkar. And he was praying, he was sincerely doing austerity to get a son who is a devotee of Lord Vishnu. When Damba was doing meditation, very hard tapasya, a high effulgence appeared from his body because he was doing very, very strong tapasya. So a high effulgence fire came out from his body and it was spreading the whole universe. When somebody uh, perform austerity like this, we have seen in the life of Hiranyakashipu, fire come out. Also in the life of Dhruva Maharaj, when Dhruva Maharaj was performing uh, austerity, meditation by even stopping his breath. So the whole world couldn't breathe, that we saw. So here, when Damba was doing austerity, fire was created and it was burning the whole three worlds. So all the demigods were so much frightened and they went to Lord Brahma and Lord Brahma couldn't understand why it is happening. So he went to Vaikunta to meet Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Vishnu explained that this Sankushuda is going to appear. So don't worry, this is a big story is going to happen. So you don't worry, everything will be all right. I'll go now. Go to Damba to give him a boon. So Lord Vishnu went to Damba and he asked him, what do you want? Then he said, I want a devotee son. But he is a demon, but he wanted a devotee son who can conquer the three worlds. Then Krishna said, Tatastu, as it is. Blessing, okay. Now, Damba got a son by name Sankushuda. We all know who is Sankushuda. He came down from Golok Vrindavan, a cowherd boy. Then, when he is from birth, he knows his previous life also. Jatismara, that is called as Jatismara. If you remember your previous life, you are called as Jatismara. Sankushuda is a devotee of Krishna, so he wanted to please Krishna by doing austerity. He was in the meditation again. He went to Himalayas to do tapasya. Some say some Purana say Himalaya, some Purana says again Pushkar. Maybe Pushkar and Badrikashrama nearby are in the Himalayan range. So he is doing heavy austerity. So here Lord Brahma appeared, not Lord Vishnu. Lord Brahma came. And then he asked, my dear son, what do you want? Sankusuda, he's asking Sankusuda. Then he said, oh my Lord, please make me invincible. Nobody, this demigod should not conquer me. I want to defeat all the demigods. And he also had the desire to marry Tulasi. So he said, I want to marry Tulasi. Lord Brahma gave him the plus. Yes, let you get whatever you want. You want to conquer all the demigods. You will conquer them. And you want to marry Tulasi? Yes, Tulasi is doing tapasya in Badrikashrama. You go there and get married to her. Now, Lord Brahma gave him an amulet. Amulet means a kavach. Amulet means a kavach which will protect him. That amulet is called as Sarva Mangalamaya, conqueror of the whole world. Sarva Mangalamaya, which he gifted to Sankushuda. So this is considered as the most auspicious of the most auspicious things in the world. As long as this amulet uh, is on the neck of Sankushuda, nothing will happen. So he cannot be killed. And also he gave one boon that as long as two things, as long as your wife Tulasi is chaste, nobody can kill you. One is the protecting kavach amulet around his neck, which gifted by Lord Brahma, and the other one is the chastity of Tulasi. As long as Tulasi is chaste, no one can kill you. So definitely this is for sure. So he is very happy, got the boons from Lord Brahma and went to Badrikashrama. In Badrikashrama, Tulasi also know that she is going to get married to Sangusuda. So when Sangusuda saw Tulasi for the first time, he was so astonished, such a world-class beauty. We are hearing about the earthly beauties, so-called beauties. They are all dogs before the celestial beauties. But Tulasi Maharani is above even celestial beauties. Again, our Sangasuda was also very, very handsome, very handsome. Handsome demon you cannot see, but here is an exceptional personality. Demons are normally not so handsome. So our Sankusuda is an exceptional devotee demon. I don't know. This cannot fit in. He is performing the role of a demon, but he is a devotee. So he was so handsome and powerful. Effulgence was like coming out from his body. He was so attractive, and so the descriptions are so big. So I'm just making it short in one sentence. Handsome, not like this material world's handsome heroes and heroines, because this material world, this again, this is also material world description, but their beauty is long lasting, maybe. Here in earthly planets in our world, the beauty goes away after 30, right? Whomsoever it may be. So they have a very short uh, beauty, and that beauty also is nothing before the celestial beauties. And this, even above celestial beauty, this Tulasi Maharani and all, they are divine beauties. So now Tulasi was performing austerity, and Sankushuda went there to meet her, and she was hiding her face with her sari, and she was questioning Sankushuda. Sankushuda directly went to Tulasi and was talking to her. Tulasi said, "Who are you? Why you are talking to me? A respectable person cannot talk to a young girl. You're a young man, and why you are talking to me? You don't know this is adharma?" Then Sankushuda was explaining to her that I was instructed by the authorities. My authority is Lord Brahma. He told me to approach you and get married to you by in the Gandharva way. And that's why I'm here. Then Tulsi Maharani wanted to test how intelligent Sankusuda is. Then Sankusuda also told her that, I remember my past life. I have this Jati Smara. Smaran means Jati Smara. Smara means remembrance. I remember I was a cowherd boy with Krishna. Because of the curse of Radharani, I am here as demon. Wait. As a demon, one minute. Now, I remember your life also. You were Vraja there, and you were also cursed by Srimati Radharani. So now we are destined to marry each other. And this is the arrangement of the Supreme Lord. So he was explaining. Then Tulsi Maharani accepted. And there comes again Lord Brahma and instruct them to get married in the Gandharva way. See, the parents are not here. So in some other Puranas, it is mentioned that Tulasi's parents, who is this Dharmadwaja was Tulasi's father. He was not willing to get married Tulasi to Sankushuda. And Sankushuda's parents, Sankushuda is a demon, and his guru, definitely Sukracharya, instructed him to conquer the whole world. Sankushuda was not happy to do that. So when he was not happy to do that, he wanted to commit suicide. Means he doesn't want to rage a war against the demigods. He was a devotee, right? Similarly, Tulasi didn't want to marry a demon against his father's will, so she wanted to commit suicide also. But Lord Brahma intervened. This is explained in some other place. Lord Brahma intervened and counseled both of them. This is the arrangement of providence. Means Brahma only writes the life of everyone. So he said, "This is how I have written according to the order of the Supreme Lord. So you people should get married and go according to this fate." So they both agreed uh, to Lord Brahma's instruction. They got married in the Gandharva way. Gandharva way marriage means that it's not like with a sacrifice, fire sacrifice, with the Kanyadan, with the blessings of the supreme, the demigods and other things. It's simple marriage. It is acceptable in the Vedas. So they both got married and exchanged gifts. Like Gandharva way means exchanging the ring and garlands. That's all. So now Sankushuda gave different gifts to Tulasi Maharani. Tulasi. How it's very nicely described that because Sankushuda was very powerful, he got different gifts from, he took different gifts from the demigods. Uh, so the gifts were given to Tulasi now. So now Lord Brahma instruct them that how they should lead a family life. Then he says, Lakshmi to Lakshmi Narayana. He is quoting different divine couples. How Lakshmi and Narayana lives. How Srimati Radharani and Krishna lives. How Savitri to Brahma, myself, he says, Savitri to myself. And how Sachi Devi to Indra. How Aditi to Kashyap. So you should follow such nice couple. You lead a nice life. So Sankusuda and Tulasi, they lead a very happy, nice, beautiful life. They travel around and this years were very, very long years. So it is described how they enjoyed life in the material world. So the time is passing on, passing on, passing on. Now, when they got married and enjoying the life, now responsibility of the Sankusuda has become the king of the Danavas, the demons. So now he has to rule the kingdom also, because he has become the king. Now, his father instructed him that he should conquer all the demigods. So, fine, he had the power. So, in no matter, in no time, he conquered because he had the kavach also, amulet, which protected him, which gave him, Lord Brahma also gave him some weapons. And so he became very powerful. Sangusuda became very, very powerful. So he conquered all the three worlds in no time. And all the demigods became helpless beggars. They lost all their positions. Now Sangusuda has become the universal leader, the great king of the whole universe. The power is there. So now all these demigods, how long they will suffer like this? They lost everything. So all these demigods went to Lord Brahma, and they all went to Lord Shiva. So now Lord Brahma know what is how the story will go, because he is the one who has written this also, because as per the instruction of the Supreme Lord. Then they all requested Lord Shiva to come to fight with Sankushuda, because no ordinary demigods can conquer this Sankushuda. Sankushuda is beyond. So now Lord Shiva sent one messenger to Sankushuda, saying that Lord Shiva is very powerful, right? So now Lord Shiva is want to fight with Sankushuda. So you please understand the seriousness of the matter. If you want, we can stop this fight. So you give back all the kingdoms of the demigods, then we will not fight. This was the message by Lord Shiva to Sankushuda. And the messenger went to push. The messenger's name was Pushpadanda. Sankushuda's palace was described. It was so big, very big, very big. Means you cannot imagine how big it was. So it has 12 gates and 12 gatekeepers. To every gatekeeper, Pushpadanda begged. He wanted to see the Sankushuda. Finally, he got permission to enter. And Sankushuda was enjoying his opulent life. So Pushpadanda told what Lord Shiva presented. Pushpadanda went there and said that please give back the kingdoms of demigods and we can peacefully stop the fight. But Sankushuda is now, when you get the power, when you get everything, definitely arrogance will be there, pride will be there. Sankushuda became pride. And he is performing his role very nicely, because this was instructed to him that he should work for the demons, not for the demigods, though he is a devotee. He said, no way, I can fight with the Lord Shiva, don't worry, because I have very powerful weapons with me, even Shiva cannot kill me. So I'm ready to face. I'm ready to face the fighting. Let them come. Now the description is very big. Lord Shiva is not coming alone. Bhadrakali, Kartikeya, all demigods, all powerful demigods, Agni Dev, Varun Dev, Surya Dev, Chandra Dev, all of them assembled. It's a big fight, not an ordinary fight, huge fight. Shiva is very angry. But he didn't come in the front line. Shiva would come in the later. So now all these demigods were in the battlefield. They gathered, and Sankushuda came and he bowed down to Lord Shiva, and Mother Kali also. The fight is happening. Very fierce fight. Demons are dying, demigods are dying. Nothing is happening to Sankushuda because he is having the armor. Bhadrakali tried, but nothing happened. The fight description is there, very high description. But when Bhadrakali used very powerful weapon to kill Sankushuda, but the voice from the sky said that you are not supposed to kill him. You cannot kill him also, but you are not supposed to kill him. You don't use this weapon on him. So Bhadrakali was very, very fearful. Like her tongue, red tongue is coming out. She has unlimited hands. In the unlimited hands, she had unlimited weapons. The demons were so scared by seeing the Bhadrakali. But because the voice from the sky told not her to restrain from fighting, so she backed up. So now, but the fight is going on, going on, going on, going on. So again, these demigods approached Lord Vishnu. Now, Lord Vishnu said, it is my time to come. Don't worry. I'll solve the problem. I'll let Lord Shiva continue fighting. Tulasi is very much devoted to Krishna and very much a chaste lady. So these things uh, works as a protective armor for Sankashuda. So these two things should be switched off. Then only Sankashuda can be conquered. So we can learn this very important lesson that as long as wife is very much dedicated to the husband and very much dedicated to worship of Lord Vishnu, Krishna Bhakti and chastity, makes her life always auspicious. So such kind of women, it's very, very rare to such a powerful lady become a widow or she loses her wealth, all these things. So we learn a lesson that as long as the wife remains chaste, the wife dedicated her life to Krishna, then it is all auspicious. So Tulasi is continuing her tapasya because she was not happy that her husband fighting with Sankushuda. Sorry, her husband Sankushuda fighting with Lord Shiva. She is continuing her prayers to Lord Vishnu, and she also uh, you know continuously she is performing austerity. She knows that this is very dangerous, that Shankushuda fighting with Lord Shiva. She is performing her prayers, her tapasya to Lord Vishnu. And so these demigods, everyone know that as long as um, Tulasi didn't stop her prayer, and as long as her chastity is destroyed, Sankushuda cannot be killed. So they are approaching Lord Vishnu. Now it is time for you to appear. Lord Vishnu came as a Brahmana in the battlefield and came to Sankushuda. Then he is asking for alms. Sankushuda said, whatever you want, I will give you. Brahmana said, old Brahmana, Lord Vishnu. He told him that you first promise me, then I will ask. You promise me that you will give whatever I want. Because Kshatriya spirit is that when Brahmanas, Sankushuda was always dedicated to Brahmanas. So he said, I promise you, ask whatever you want. Then he asked that whatever you are wearing, no, amulet, that is a kavach, give me that. Sankushuda didn't think about, not even, he didn't worry, See, internally he's a devotee. He knows that he is performing his role, which is assigned by the Supreme Lord. He knows that. So he gave the amulet to the Brahmana. Then one, one powerful protective layer is gone. The other layer is very, very powerful, which is Tulasi's chastity. But now Krishna, Lord Vishnu, made a different plan. He approached Tulasi's palace. Here, fighting is going on. Sankushuda and Lord Shiva are fighting, a long fight. But Lord Vishnu changed himself into Sankushuda and he made an arrangement that the fight is over, everything is done, everything is peacefully settled. So he came with mm, all his soldiers and other things. So everybody is saying, all glories to Sankushuda, Sankushuda Maharaja ki jai. Everybody is and shouting. So Tulasi Maharani is watching all these things from the window. Oh, now my husband is coming back. So happy she. Oh, this day is the happiest day of my life. So he is safely coming back. So the war is stopped. So she is welcoming him with a big arti. Then Sankushuda is not Sankushuda, Lord Vishnu. Uh, but Tulasi was in the completion of a big austerity towards Lord Vishnu. But Sankushuda said, see, everything went well. Now you stop your virat. You stop your austerity. She was without drinking, eating. She was performing tapasya. And he said, stop this. And now, I'm very happy. I came here after a long years. So now I want to be very happy with you. Come on. But Tulasi said, please wait, no? Please wait, I will perform, complete this. It's till some only few days to go, few hours to go. No, 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 no. Now I came here. Now you stop all these things. Come on, let's enjoy. So Lord Vishnu pulls her towards the bed for enjoyment. Okay, this is Tulasi. It's okay. My husband is calling, so no, I have to stop everything. So she stopped and then enjoyed with the Lord Sankushud. But she could find out the difference between her husband and this because as a wife can 100% understand touch of the husband and somebody else. Then she started crying. I can feel that you are not my husband. Who is this? Maybe some demigods cheated me. She's crying like anything, very, very intensely. Intensely, she was crying like anything. Then she says, you please show who are you? Who are you? You are not my husband. Who are you? Then Lord Vishnu with Sank and Chakra and all four hands is giving her the darshan. Tulasi couldn't be pacified. Lord Vishnu is pacifying her. You wanted to marry me. For that you did tapasya in Himalayas, Badrikashrama. I came here to marry you and I married you. But still, Tulasi says, this is intolerable for me. You spoiled, I'm no more chaste now. My chastity is gone. My husband has died now. He was killed by Lord Shiva now. I curse you to become a stone. Then Lord Vishnu says, I accept this curse because I want to remain as a salagram in this material world, to give the opportunity to the devotees to worship me. So you will become a river, Kandaki, and I will be there as Shalagram in your river. So then And then you will take birth again here as Tulasi everywhere in this material world, and people will worship you. So she leaves her body and becomes a material body, become a river, Kantaki river, and also everywhere Tulasi plants come out. She goes back to Golok Vrindavan and surrender herself to Timati Radharani and Krishna and serves as Vrindavani. In material world as Vrinda Devi, as Tulasi plants. So here in Sankushuda was killed by Lord Shiva with a powerful trident because the two weapons gone. Sankushuda understood, then he surrendered and he peacefully meditates on the Supreme Lord and reaches Golok Vrindavan, leaving the body. And the body, the ashes, body went into ashes and the bones were thrown into the material world and the bones became conch. That's why he's Sankushuda, conch. And the conch is very pure, though it is from animal thing. If you use the conch, if you blow the conch, everywhere auspiciousness. If you do abhishek, you do with a conch and tulsi. Conch, you put water and tulsi leaf, then it becomes very, very auspicious. So his body became conch in the material world and he went eternally, he went back to his position as a cowherd boy again. So now the Radha and Krishna welcomes him because they were missing him, so they welcome him back. So everything went so auspicious. Now Krishna, Lord Vishnu, is describing the glories of worshipping Tulasi and how Tulasi is very dear to him. All these glories we will see in the next week. So now we went through the life, the Leela of Tulasi Maharani and how they came from spiritual world and how they went back to spiritual world. This is designed by the Supreme Lord to to give them to make his devotees so great in this material world. Otherwise, Tulasi is Tulasi's glories are unknown to the material world. And the Lord wanted that everyone worship Tulasi Maharani. When Radha Krishna performs pastimes in the material world, Srimati Radharani worships Tulasi to get Krishna. When they ascend in the material world to perform pastimes, Tulasi Maharani worships Srimati Radharani worships Tulasi Maharani to get Krishna. So, to increase the glory of Vraja Tulasi, Krishna gave her a chance, gave her a birth in this material world, and she underwent, and then she's glorified here always now. And the glories of Tulasi Maharani we will see in the next week, and some specific prayers and slokas. We will, in detail, we will see in the next week. Now I stop here with the pastimes of Tulsi Maharani. So, dear devotees, if you have any question, comments, you are welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Mataji.
Pranam, Jyoti.
Mataji, Srimati Radharani is full of mercy and she wants us to go to Krishna. Then why she separated devotee and Krishna?
I know, I thought this question will come.
I mean, what's the internal reason? Externally, we are seeing that she is separated, but there must be something internal.
At the end of this class, I told that, Krishna wanted to bring the glories of Tulasi. That is the internal reason. Radharani, Srimati Radharani's mother, and she is the most merciful in this whole universe. So this is the arrangement of the Supreme Lord. that she curses so that Tulasi Maharani comes to the material world to prove how a pure devotee is. So if a pure devotee undergoes so many calamities or so many testings, they go through it and still they remain a pure devotee. For this, I would like to give one example. See, if a what do you say, blacksmith, blacksmith or even goldsmith, all these people, they want to use the metal in making ornaments or in making some furnitures. They put the metal in the iron, very hot iron. So the metal becomes like, fire only. Then they are in a condition that they can, the blacksmith can make a different kind of furnitures or different iron things, like we see grill gates, so many things. So the iron has to undergo a heavy heat, but that's very high heat. You might have seen also. So similarly, if Krishna wants to give if want to make somebody so great, that great devotee should undergo a lot of testing and a lot of austerity, right? And they passed the test also. Tulsi Maharani passed. And so Krishna awarded her the boon that without Tulsi, you cannot worship Krishna. Then all your prayers or all your worship is will not help you. You offer anything, even with water. Even water, you have to put. Anything you offer, Tulsi should be added. So he gave her a big position. So for that, she had to undergo big austerity. So Radharani is not a cursing person. This is only a Leela.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
And
Krishna.
Mataji, how many times should we do Tulsi Aarti in the morning and the evening?
All these details we will see next week. Because
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mataji.
minimum one time Tulsi Aarti. If you have time, 2 times, morning and evening.
Mataji, can we sing it in the temple only? Because Tulsi Maharani is on terrace. So in that case, should we go on terrace and worship the or
Yeah,
temple is managed?
no, you go to the terrace.
Okay.
You put, you take a plate, separate plate, you keep for Tulsi Maharani.
Okay.
Flower and ghee lamp, small one, and agarbatti, water. Simple, no? Go wherever she is, bow down. So agarbatti, ghee lamp, flowers, and recite the prayers. Not like in temple, it is half an hour, no? More than half an hour. But in houses, you can make it simple and small also. If you don't have time. If you have time, you sing nicely like in temple. If you don't have time, you can make it a simple worship. But offering water is very important. Definitely, no? Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Pranam.
Pranam, Hare Krishna. So next week we will see what is the benefit of glories of Tulasi and Tulasi worship. If you have any, Rohini, yes. Rohini Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, I was in Bluetooth.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna, Mataji, can you hear me?
yeah, I am hearing.
Yes. So, I might not understand, so it might be a Leela. But like, how come like Sudama or Sridama, he desires Raja in Goloka?
The answers are not written in the history of Tulsi Maharani.
Okay.
Again, I am speculating. There is no purport or no Acharya is giving any commentary. I searched a lot. No commentary, but my speculation or maybe my answer is that in Golok Vrindavan also, in spiritual world also, you have independence. You have independence. You have desires.
Oh, okay.
You have desire. If the desire is too much against Krishna consciousness, then we are thrown out here. But they
Oh,
are this Sridhama is eternal associate of Krishna.
yes.
One of the principal 8 cowherd boys.
Yes.
So he went back in a short while. We
Right.
are here in Anadikal, say. We are here. We cannot calculate also our time. So we are eternally conditioned.
Yes, Mataji.
They are eternally liberated. We are eternally conditioned. Like that long duration, we can say. So there is a much difference. We made blunder mistakes there. That's why we are here long term. But it was a small desire.
Okay.
Maybe Krishna made them to desire to arrange these pastimes.
Past time. Okay. Yeah,
Also,
might
it
be.
is mentioned that is expansion of Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So Tulasi is expansion of Radharani, is expansion of Krishna. So that means Krishna and Radharani only.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
They are
Hare
not
Krishna.
Shivas like us. Any other comments, questions? Okay. So today is Ekadasi. All may be fasting today. I am also fasting. So we can chant more rounds. We can remember Tulasi Maharani on this auspicious day. Our devotion to Tulasi Maharani will intensify after we remember, and all this week, full week, I was meditating on Tulasi Maharani and praying to her because, certain pastimes are beyond our understanding to understand. So I was also thinking about this is maybe some of you maybe heard first time, but I know this story when I was small child because there were many movies came out. So as a small child, I saw the Vrinda movie. So I remember, but I couldn't relate or I couldn't understand. So now our ISKCON devotees only narrated this pastime in elaboration. Different people narrate Tulsi Maharani story differently. Somewhere it is narrated that Sankushuda harassed Tulsi Maharani, but still she was loving to him like that. But some speculations were there, but mostly this is the authentic story. One Maharaj, uh, he was narrating this. So we have our Guru Parampara. So this is authentic. And I gave you very briefly. In elaborate, you can read. It is in Desire Tree. It's 20 chapter. If you can search for Tulasi Maharani pastime, you can get. So next week we will go for glories. Glories of Tulasi Maharani and Shalagram Sheila. Okay. Vanchakalpadarupasya kripasindabhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you. Hare Krishna.